Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California. Whoa, that ocean looks a little bit nasty. Get a little more wind on that, and it's going to be snotty. Not exactly great conditions here in Southern California as we, in between rainstorms, are here on the beach for the morning briefing, getting ready to set up. It's Super Bowl Sunday, so why don't you drop a comment down below? Eagles or Chiefs? I'd love to hear who you think's going to win the big game, and of course, this ocean will be transformed into the sea of tranquility on Super Bowl Sunday. It's supposed to be gorgeous for our surf fishing event from 6:30 in the morning until 9:30. It's gonna be a blast. Hope you can join us. All right, I'll get set up for the morning briefing. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Before we get started on today's morning briefing, don't forget, if you're headed to Ensenada, you're going to want to give Zeke Casas a call. Only 15 minutes from downtown, but just check out that spectacular view while in Ensenada, Baja, California Norte. And if that garage door is giving you a problem, then you're going to want to call your garage door man. That's Joe Welker. Tax problems? Nobody better than our friend Tim Marquez. Tim's been doing taxes for 35 years. Give the tax man a call today. And for your heating and or air conditioning needs, you're going to want to talk to our dear friend John Lopez at Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning.
Yeah, it definitely is a different ocean and day here. A little bit breezy, and that wind is supposed to increase. In fact, the tribute is not going to go to Punta Catalina out of San Diego this week, and that's 120 miles below the border. I'll get into that in a moment, and of course, we'll be watching everything else. This is, however, temporary, and it's going to be a beautiful weekend, it looks like. But today, a little bit on the nasty side, as you can see and hear. You know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Oh man, is that good? It is pretty darn windy down here this morning, and we've got a pretty nasty looking ocean. Not that bad yet, but it looks like it could start capping at any time. If this wind increases a little bit more, it's gonna get nasty. Hey, last night I was over there at the KC Anglers Club in Downey, California. I want to thank everybody who showed up, all the kids that were there. I got to goof off with them a little bit, and all the wonderful people that showed up. Guys that have been following me since 1985 showed up when I started 976 doing it. That was really awesome to see so many wonderful people there. Thank you again. Hope you enjoyed it. By the way, we did a videotape of that last night. You can see that right here on the channel. It dropped this morning at 6 a.m. You can also watch it over there on Facebook. All right, my friends, don't forget Sunday right here, Super Bowl Sunday. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've got an over-under line for you. The over-under line on the total fish caught on our surf fishing event is 15. So you got two things to do. Eagles or Chiefs, and then over or under 15 total fish here in the surf. Will we catch more than that or catch less than that, as this is starting to come up even a little bit more? All right, let's talk long range sport fishing down there out of San Diego. Boats on 16-day trips right now are headed down into the zone about 1,000 miles south. A lot of those guys have been on Hurricane Bank. Many of those boats are arriving here today and this weekend. The Independence, the Red Rooster 3, the Royal Polaris. It was a tougher last 16 days, principally because of the weather. They had a lot of wind and some rough seas and had to sit on the anchor as opposed to moving around and finding schools of fish. They still did really well. There's been some really excellent yellowfin tuna fishing going on. I'm going to check this water for you on, fish in the 100 plus pound category for the most part, a lot of 160s to 190s, and also not too bad. Feels pretty good. Should be good here on Sunday. And a lot of fish over 200 pounds. We call those cows. That's been good. And there's been a good mix of wahoo in there also. On the Mexican mainland, down there in Cabo San Lucas, we continue to see an occasional striped marlin, but not that much. We just haven't seen that many. The water's cool right now. Offshore about 20 miles, you'll start to encounter some really good fishing on yellowfin tuna. If you can find the right pod of dolphin mixed with it, are these 20 to 40 pound yellowfin tuna. That's been pretty darn good fishing for that. Inshore, there's some small roosters, some amberjack, some yellowtail, species like that, some cubera snappers, stuff like that on the inside. Mulaje, Loreto, very good yellowtail fishing going on there in that area. It's been outstanding. I love fishing that zone in the wintertime. That's a lot of fun. Move you up to 140 miles below the border. That's San Quintin, Baja, California. There's been some good yellowtail action down there. Not every single day, but every once in a while. Wham! Really good fishing on the yo-yo iron. In addition to that, great rock fishing, and they've even caught a few bluefin tuna out of there here early this year. That's good news. In Ensenada, we continue to see good whitefish and sheephead. Gonna have a little wind down there also today, but it's gonna be a beautiful weekend. There's also the possibility of a big bonito and also the occasional yellowtail bite in Ensenada also, but predominantly it has been a really good, excellent fishing on the bottom grabber. All right, let's jump you up here. And I mentioned Punta Catalina, that's 120 miles down below the border. And the tribute's been doing great down there. Big lings, lots of rockfish, but the weather just looks way too snotty. In fact, they really hated to throw the towel in on this one, but it's better to wait and make sure that you're gonna have nice weather and be able to capitalize on some good fishing. So we'll keep our eyes on that for you very, very closely. Here in Southern California, rockfish season is closed. That's why so many guys head down the Baja coast into Mexican waters where rockfish is legal during this time of the year. But that doesn't stop you from catching some sculpin and whitefish. Not so sure that's going to occur here today. Friday looks like it could be pretty nasty out there. We'll see how that all goes. But sculpin whitefish from San Diego all the way up to the Channel Islands. There's been some good halibut fishing in the native sun yesterday. Came up with some more nice halibut, a few big sculpin. Their bass, their biggest bass of the year. They're doing a halibut / bass tournament on the native sun out of 22nd Street Landing. They had a sand bass that weighed 3.85 pounds yesterday. I think they had 8 halibut. If I screwed that up, look down below there. I'll have it in text. But decent fishing, as I told you yesterday. They've been in the 6 to 12 range on a catch of halibut on most of their trips. Once again, fishing a little bit lighter line. We'll define that as 20 pound, 25 pound, 4 to 12 ounce torpedo sinkers, number 1 J hook, and a number 6 treble hook to trap your bait with. And as always, choosing a really good hot bait is the way to go. Not sure if they're out here today. It doesn't look like optimum conditions to yours truly, but we'll see. They'll probably go out there and make a big catch. Who knows? And it looks like a nice weekend, so they should be fine on the weekend. That's looking pretty darn good. If you ask me, some heavier rain looks like it's starting to come down up here toward Huntington Beach. Here in the Southern California surf, it's been a little inconsistent, but at times it's been really, really good, especially for barred perch. Barred perch prefer this cooler water. And from down below the border, all the way down there to San Quintin, Playa Socorro, Colinette's another great place to drive out to the coast and fish bar perch, Playa Bebe and Rosarito, San Diego, San Clemente, Oceanside, all the way up to Boca Chica here in Surfside, up to County Line in Ventura. You can find some really good bar perch fishing. They may not bite every single day. And there may be a little bit of yellowfin croaker mixed in with it, but overall you've got a shot at it here in the winter time. And sometimes it gets really, really good. We had a period here in Surfside, a week ago. You guys who watch the morning briefing know what I'm talking about, where we had pelicans all over here hitting the water, and they're doing that because there's bait here, and when there's bait, there's predators. And guys would throw a little chrome Castmaster lures and catching yellowfin croaker along with the perch here. So we're hoping that we see something like that. I haven't seen those pelicans now for about 5 days. That's been gone, so I don't know if the bait is out of here, if it was fry from the perch or what it was, but I don't see that here today. And I know it looks rough out there, and it is, but those birds will work in here if there's bait. I'll guarantee you that, and I don't see that right now. Don't forget, Big Fish Bait and Tackle in the beautiful city of Seal Beach, California, right down the street from me. I can walk there in 15 minutes, 10 minutes if I get the lead out. And I'll tell you, they give away a free surf fishing rod, custom made, every single month. This month, it is for the largest halibut. Will somebody catch a legal halibut? Boy, there's another over-under line for you. I got that at 1. Legal halibut on our Super Bowl Sunday event. Remember, you can show up with your chair and coffee and donuts and just enjoy what will be transformed into a much different day. It'll be sunny. It'll be not warm, but it'll be warmer, and there won't be any rain this Super Bowl Sunday. Right here, I certainly hope you can join us again. It's been mostly the perch, but there's been the occasional yellowfin croaker, occasional halibut, and that kind of thing. So we will keep our eyes on that. The El Patron is headed to Catalina Island on this beautiful weekend. I know it doesn't look like it right now, but trust me, it's going to get much nicer on Saturday and Sunday. They run out of Long Beach sport fishing. The ride to the island is always unique. It's an adventure where you might see some gray whales, a humpback whale, a fin whale, and pods of dolphins. Then you get to the island. The white fishing has been really good here recently. There's a lot of blue perch, occasional bass, and the possibility of a white sea bass and or halibut. El Patron, man, I love her. She has special low prices here in the wintertime, limited load trips, and no fuel surcharge. www.longbeachsportfishing.org. Don't forget that. You'll get a chance here to meet some of our sponsors, and that's going to be great. I know Joe Welker, your garage doorman. The leading cause of divorce in America right now is a faulty garage door. Your wife's told you to get it fixed, and you've blown her off a million times. Well, you'll be able to meet Joe right here and make sure you get that garage door fixed up and preserve many years of matrimonial bliss for you in the near future. Joe will be here with his family, I believe, so that'll be a lot of fun. Maybe the tax man, Tim Marquez, will be here, and who knows who else is going to show up. It should be a lot of fun. Bring the kids. They can play in the sand and have lots of fun. No doubt about it. All right, my friends, we're going to continue to watch it all for you very, very closely. It's not that bad down here. It's a little misty. That's, kind of like that. It's not really that cold, but I've got a pretty high tolerance for that because, as many of you do, I do the morning briefing down here in my shorts and bare feet. Obviously, I'm standing in the water most of the time. It should be a really fun Super Bowl Sunday morning. All right, have a great one. And as always, I hope to see you really, really soon.